was getting started, but
yeah.
Hey guys, this is us. We got different mics this time.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be too echoey and we can make this sound decent. This is our first recording.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see, I've been playing Mega Man Battle Network 2 for like a week now. So let's see if I can readjust to these different controls. So this one, of course, after 02, if you notice at the very end, Wily is like, ah ha ha, or Wile actually. It's like, now it's time to unleash the thing, and stuff can happen to Zero.
We start over? No, I'm joking. So
El Pizo, who does not appear anywhere else in the series. He's in this picture, but it's just kind of remind you, hey, El Pizo was like a douchebag and did stuff.
And he died, and then
he's an elf now, and
yeah, I mean that's what happens. You know, it's when you die, you become an elf. I mean that obviously.
So I've been playing a different Game Boy Advance Mega Man game, one from a much brighter future than this one.
I keep forgetting if the Zero series started sometime after Mega Man X5 or X6. Which one was like the canon?
It's weird. It's like there are a few different views. One say that the ending, that it does start after X6, but only in the ending where you don't find Zero. But some say Zero series is after any of the X games that will ever come out. It's just that all we know is it's a future that proceeds after some of the X series. We do know that X5 has to have... Actually, it's like a weird mixture because the colony Eurasia did crash into the Earth. But it's weird. I think Keiji Inafune was uninvolved in X6, and that's where the story got a little jacked.
Yeah. And also this is one where
why is Zero
Seal's
shaky?
Because
at least on this screen he looks cold. Yeah, he must be cold.
Oh wait,
I like CL's little jacket.
Yeah. Are you gonna change the screen or are you gonna keep it like this?
Oh, yeah, I'll keep it like this. This is
okay. Well, we gotta stay consistent. No.
I like. Oh wait, what was the screen before?
I think. Well, let me see. It may have been like slightly smaller.
Did we have that one?
Maybe that one. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah. So basically, CL finished an energy system she'd been working on, and she wants to meet with some diplomats from Neo Arcadia to say, "Hey, here's this energy system. You guys can stop fighting." Like that's kind of what this conversation's about. And they're like, "Oh, hey, look, a thing in the background. Like that ship looks like a darn sword." When I was a kid, I definitely wanted a sword like that. It just looked really cool.
It just looked very sword-like. Yeah, that's the screen we had, and I was just checking one of our videos just to clarify. Whoa, cinematic! Is that some kind of ship? Is it though?
Why does it look like a sword? Like, it's cool, but why?
Why not a sword?
Giving out the reading of the Dark Elf. Yeah, the Dark Elf kind of got released. That part's
that was
weird.
Yeah.
New Arcadia has the area ahead of us has been cordoned off.
Oh no.
What? We gotta stay here until I make sure it's safe. Okay, be careful, Zero.
Oh no. Oh. So, if we sound echoey or something, I mean, we're just now doing this whole double mic thing.
Let's see, main weapon and jump.
Yeah, so we're just letting you know that we're
main weapon, jump,
main weapon,
dash
it.
Yep. All right.
But I tried Spartacus. He made a noise.
Why is the gun the default for a Zero game? Like, Zero's sword is what makes him so cool.
It's called Mega Man Zero, though.
Okay, there's been a few little changes to this. The one, that freaking ice enemy.
Yeah.
Second, there's those little data discs, and they can unlock stuff, or at least be like a little library. Because this time, every mobile game had to have a little bestiary or something. And they even did those for the Final Fantasy Game Boy Advance ports.
The Final Fantasy. Yeah, she knew who I was.
Turn it up a little bit.
What, hear the voice acting?
Hear the music.
But anyway, if you hear a little echoiness, I mean, again, this is a new setup, so for us.
Get down.
You gonna scream? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they just literally copy pasted the Scream file from
the first game.
from 01.
It's just funny how like the one we grew up with is the one she didn't scream in. I don't remember if she screamed in 4.
Do we care if she screams?
Yeah. It's concerning.
Zettel, can you hear me? You're okay. Leave the rest of this up to me.
Can you hear me? 0?
But Zettel, you hear that voice, Mayor?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just don't let my dad before you said it's coffee.
Oh.
Alrighty.
0.
0.
He's really breaking the ice there.
Wow.
I made a hilarious pun.
Nice things, yeah. You don't have to level up your sword anymore. Like your weapons they don't level up this time around, which is kind of nice because there's now a bit of a different approach to that kind of stuff.
It's not like completely nice, but it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's satisfying.
It's satisfying, and it's like 30% not satisfying.
You still have the elf system that hasn't changed.
I was trying to click my phone screen to like see any kind of notifications, and I hit the remote at first.
Yeah. I remember I got this for Christmas one year.
At Christmas.
I think the year it came out, I got it for Christmas. And
cool.
I beat it that night.
Was this like 2004, wasn't it?
I don't know. You have to look that one up.
Yeah, I think it was like 2004.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Yep. Freaking whatever her name is.
Yeah, it was 2004 when it came out.
I always forget their names, but I don't like her. Yeah, so there's Omega. It's kind of cool looking. Get some weird hair.
No, Omega's about this is just a little bigger than Shadow and Sonic and all them, and he's red.
Omega was banished from Neo Arcadia. You're gonna learn more why later.
He was banned from the
If
Neo
bad
Arcade.
guys don't like him, he's really, really bad. Or he's good. It's one of the two.
Yeah. What is that thing? That's Omega. He was mad at Eggman for storing him in this room. And you can't remember anything.
Yeah, basically it gets to fight him.
Omega. I got one of those Evercade Super Pocket things.
The pattern here is pretty easy. Just get those rings, and when you shoot the lower one, just dash under it.
Just interrupt my completely unrelated story to this game.
This one definitely is not like unfair BS like the first one.
Grr. He's not exploding. He's not exploding.
I know, right?
Oh no!
You just don't give up, do you? Her Poya is trying to.
Green Arrow.
So I'm not saying the two are related, but the way his arms are designed really gives me Mega Man Legends vibes.
So he's probably related.
Mega Man Legends takes place like thousands and thousands of years after this.
Oh yeah.
You will fight with this person as a Neo-Arcadian. It's not polite smashing a friend like that.
Super Smash Bros.
Who is this guy? Yeah, so that's Dr. Weil, who is basically Dr. Kane from the first 3 X games. He had some kind of... He had to get some implants in his head to keep him from dying, and he got a virus, and he's basically evil.
So he's good?
Oh yeah, so MOPGX is back, but he has like a speech impediment. Or a stutter more.
Master X.
Harpoya, you haven't changed. And then there's... I missed you, Zero. I missed you, Mr. Zero.
You gotta use that voice now for him.
Okay. Well, saved my life. I owe him. See, I'll take back Omega and thank you. Harpoya, you keep searching for the Dark Elf. Omega and the Dark Elf. Believe for what's to come. Because of the Dark Elf and Omega, both built by this man, like, how can you just like exposing humanity is such a great danger, especially with the energy crisis almost solved.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I wish this was one of those where you could have like little sound effects with, they don't match the text, but it just shows who's talking.
Oh.
And it'd be funny if every time MOPGX talked, it was, oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
So Zero, you guys are searching for the Dark Elf, right? Let's make a contest out of it. I'll show you who the real hero is. My Morty impression's about a 4 out of 10, but John talking about Jerry. I see. Now, guys, are getting interesting. Zero. Let's see how you get with that body.
He.
I wish it was Foo. Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
With that body. Yeah, so that's ominous, right? I mean, there's an answer for it. But you're not going to find out
with that body
in a while.
Oh, Lord.
By a while, I mean a few hours.
Yes.
Zettel, this is terrible.
Zettel, this is terrible.
Okay, let's see. Yeah,
you got an
like,
ES
some
rank.
Of these you can check. And there's like elves inside. But you can't check all of them for some reason.
Huh.
I got an S rank. Wow.
Well, I feel like that's just really...
Setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the base is different again.
Oh, base is here?
Gosh. Base should have been in freaking...
Mogaman Zero.
Yeah.
Imagine
even though he wasn't in the X series, it would have been cool if he was in the Zero series. Like, you could have made... and maybe they didn't do that because they wanted to have base in the Battle Network games.
Huh. I was just seeing a picture. I don't know if I should describe it, but... let's see. So there's gonna be a Lego Zelda set.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool.
Really expensive.
It is. It's gonna be like $300.
Nope. Oh, there's that guy. Did you get your new weapon from Servo? Yeah, the new weapons in this one aren't great. There's some minor purposes for the weapon in this one. Like,
yeah.
The shield, yeah. But
well, there's Dr. Dude there, dude.
Yeah, Dr. Dude. Yeah, the recoil rod. I do like this, like, Zero slowly evolving his character. This recoil rod looks easy to use, thanks. The world is too much for CL to bear alone. Take good care of her, Zero.
And then in the fourth game...
Yeah. So you can, like,
Whee!
launch yourself with the recoil rod. Yeah, no more chain stuff. No more craziness.
Whee!
Oh yeah, Talouette. Aww.
I haven't aged today. None of us
Well,
have
she's
aged.
like a freaking android. What do you expect?
Yeah, but don't androids upgrade over time?
They can. I mean, she does, but you know.
Just imagine being like an android, just like instead of just aging, you're like, I feel like upgrading to look older now. You know, just like
Right.
you just do it when you feel like it.
Bicentennial man.
Yeah. I've never seen that movie, but yeah.
It's interesting. It's a robot who slowly has stuff put on him to make him more human,
Oh yeah.
and he lives for like 200 years because of it.
And he's like, I've seen people die, and
Yeah. Oh, he's like, he doesn't age. So then he basically looks very human. He ends up getting married to a human, no kids, of course. And then she's aging and he's not, so he basically has stuff put in him to age him. And then basically he gets human blood. Basically every part of him has become human.
Detroit become
he's
human.
Considered human.
So is he a human?
Yeah, see, I was like, unfortunately we have to keep fighting.
Oh, they have to keep fighting? No.
Shut up. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll go with this guy first. The Blazing Flizzard.
What kind of drugs were they on?
Actually, I'm gonna wait and see if there's any elves. I think... Yeah, I forgot. You can finally freaking feed the elves yourself. Oh, and look how clear this is. I can boost your speed up ladders. Like, oh, nice. Good to know that.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is weird. You can have... They made the elf system really strange. First off, I'm just going to commit some crystals. So, the way the elf system works now is you got... Once you get a feed, fusion, which is use them, and then the satellite, which is like elves that follow you and have effects. Like, they usually ones that can like drop items and do stuff. You can put them here. And you can actually use... You can actually like take elves.
You can play as elves?
Fusion. Some of them can also become satellite elves.
Yeah.
Like the one that could do the ladder thing. You could make him a satellite elf, although I don't really know why.
Why would you?
Why would you? Retarded.
I was speaking there for a moment. I didn't realize how close to the mic I was, and I could see like the red going in and going there.
So in the video,
yeah, basically. Heck, I don't even know how it's going to turn out anyway. Like I said, we're just still experimenting with it, so that's what we're doing now. So hopefully, now that I'm close to the mic and I turn down the gain, it won't be as Mega Man. But let's see.
So you can have like net areas, which
are net.
See, I don't know if they do the Battle Network loading thing. There was a special with this game where if you connected it to Battle Network 4, either version, you could have it where it would unlock Battle Network enemies in this game. And then in Battle Network 4, you get the Z-Saber, which is mistranslated to Z-Saver, by the way. Which is a really nice sword weapon.
This is a terrible sword,
especially for Battle Network 4 Blue Moon, because you can get the proto form. Because in that one, swords have become an element. This is now a Battle Network 4 review. Oh yeah, this crap. Dang it!
What was your fave?
Hold on.
Phone.
But you get like a lower score and you can miss stuff if you go into the net world in this one because it actually makes it easier. I think it's some kind of, I don't know, cyberspace nonsense.
Yeah.
Like for an in-game description of what they're for.
Yeah.
I don't normally bother in playthroughs. And there are still forms in this. There's chips there's data pieces you get, and you can still get like body parts and stuff. There's some really, really useful body chips in this one. Or no, maybe I'm thinking of the fourth one.
Or maybe you're thinking of your body. I don't know.
I know there's chips you get in this one that, do like upgrades and stuff. I forgot how hard 03. No. I forgot how hard this level was. If I die again, I'm just going to do a different one. Again, I've been on the Battle Network train, which is not anything related to platforming.
Yeah. So I got one of those Evercade Super Pockets.
What the heck?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know how that did that.
Well, you know, at some point we'd probably need to just set that casual mode, you know?
Well, I meant continue to take me back to the... Okay. No, I'm not doing casual mode. I'm not a filthy casual.
So, or whatever it's called. So, Evercade Super Pockets are basically, they have, Evercade has these actual cartridges that you can get for them. There's no, like, as far as I know, there's, like, no original game for it, but there's, like, a bunch of, like, old games. And, it's anywhere from, like...
Evercade sounds like they're trying to just preserve arcade games.
Well, it sounds like, but they're actually, they've got all kinds of old games. Like, from, like, Atari to, like, PlayStation 1, you know, they have, like, and Game Boy Advance, too, in some cases, but, they have, like, all kinds of, you know, like they're trying to keep it alive, basically, physical games alive. But when you get an Evercade thing like what I have,
what the heck?
when you get an Evercade thing like what I have, it comes with some built-in games. So even if you don't get cartridges right away, you still have, like, I got one that has 12 Capcom games on it, and like almost every single, like pretty much every single one of them except for the original Mega Man is an arcade game. But, like, it has the original Mega Man in there as well.
I want one with that goofy arcade game where you use ninjas and, like, an isometric beat-em-up, and the final boss is Satan.
I don't remember what that one was.
I don't remember either, but I beat it on an arcade machine years ago.
Huh. Was it, like, Capcom, or was it, do you remember?
No, I don't. I played that game. It's been quite literally 10 years, so I don't remember.
The one that I have, there's also like a Taito version, different colors and stuff, and it has like 18 games on it, but I think they're like lesser quality games, I guess you could say. As far as I know of, at least I hope that's the case, because they're both the same price. It could be licensing stuff too, but, you know, for the reasoning of both essentially being the same. How are we going to do this? Think Frogger.
Point.
Yeah. Or as he does in, like, the GBA games. That was
Some of those little mobile Frogger games were pretty fun.
The what?
The mobile Frogger games.
Oh, like,
oh, wow, okay. That was
the
a quick
GBA
respawn.
ones?
Oh my gosh. You know, I forgot how difficult this particular stage was. I think I always went to this one later when I got a little bit more health.
Yeah.
Oh well. All man up.
There's a picture here. Someone posted
His tears.
Yeah. I don't know if
I'm not getting a level S, I'll tell you that.
I don't know where it's from. It looks super old, probably from the 80s, but
Hey, check this out. Recoil rod can push stuff.
Cool. Let's see, people backing into parking spots. Let's see. We're better than you, and we know it.
It's true.
I mean, I try.
I will say I only back in because I have a backup camera and it makes it really easy.
Yeah, I still need to get a backup camera for my car.
There you go. And you just push a little further. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think I see where you're going with this.
I know where you're going with this, Eddie. Good night.
It just goes and lays down.
Yeah. I think I have beaten like this game on the DS collection before.
I think I still have the DS collection. I'm pretty sure I don't have the original GBA copies.
I think it was like the fourth one I never beat on the DS, but I did eventually beat it on the collection here. It's just been really hard for me to get into like regular Mega Man, like the numbered series.
Original?
Yeah, original.
It's fun. It's definitely not as fun though. I think that once they got all the goofy platforming from the X series, it got a lot better.
Yeah. It's just like, and there is a thing where it's just like, if you played all these Mega Man games, like the original ones, like the first 6, it's like, it just eventually just kind of, if you're playing them straight through, it just feels like Mega Man again, you know. I feel like a lot of, like, the graphics did improve some over the...
Yeah, David Disc up here, heck yeah.
The graphics did improve over time from 1 to 6, but like, it was just like,
And then Chase Reviews had something to say about it.
yeah, and like it just kind of looked the same though to me. Like it just because it was all on the NES, it just kind of everything just looked all the games. You know, yeah, more details, but like it just.
Oh, I hate this area. I hate this area. I hate it a lot. I hate it so much.
Do you like it?
See, like look how fast they move. It's dumb because most of the other levels aren't this difficult in this game, but this particular level is infuriating.
All I'm saying is, if you spend forever because the game's too hard, we are putting it on casual mode or something because we're not doing.
No,
we're not wasting.
I'll just go to a different level.
I was gonna say we're not wasting people's time here. Yeah, but you still got to do the level even if you go.
Yeah, but if I come at this with a lot more health, it's gonna be a lot easier.
Okay. I know I can fast forward it, but it still is just. I think it just gets on my nerves when there's people that like when they say something so hard, but they act like it's so disgraceful if you put it on an easier mode, even though that's really not at all true. It's not disgraceful in the slightest bit. There's nothing wrong with it because it's games. It's not real life. Reset S game.
Save game.
No.
Wait. Did I not?
Or did you save it like when?
That's right. I saved it before I even got the weapon. That's what that was.
Well. Yeah.
Shield boomerang.
Point sustained. And by the way, if you hear me saying potato and all that stuff, you may hear the, you know, because I don't have a filter for this mic yet. This newer mic I have. It was a hand-me-down from my big brother. But we still have, but Andrew's using the one that I've been using, so. Or that, you know, we did a little tech talk.
We've got to do missions and stuff.
So the reason I wanted the Evercade.
Okay, so I believe this may have been the one I normally would choose. So we're gonna do that.
With the guy whose face is just like a body or like a torso.
Well, okay, I think this is the first one where a lot more bosses started to speak in Japanese.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
know they do that in Battle Network or shoot. 04. Oh, that's why I normally beat the flame guy first, because I can't burn anything in here.
Oh no!
That's why I did it that way.
So, the reason I got the Super Pocket was because of the what? Whoa! Hey, how did we get here? Wow! What
it took
happened?
me a lot longer than it should have to get past the stupid barrels. It's the only part of this level that gives me that kind of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the bosses start out in, or most of them start out in different forms.
Huh. Zero. I'm a flyer.
But like a lizard too.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, somebody started speaking in Japanese.
It's almost like this was made in Japan or something. Oh no! You obtained a card! A
What
card.
crystals do I have? Oh, that's enough.
What is it gonna do? What was I gonna? Oh yeah. Oh jeez.
I am glad you only have to deal with the dialogue once if you die.
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't it? Gosh, the freaking Crash Twinsanity with the way they, with how broken that game is, and it wasn't even because it was rushed. It was rather because.
Who are you to put out my flames? Lord Weil will get you, though. Make no mistake. He'll cover the world in flames, you'll see. You can't put out the flames of our new world. See ya, arg!
He's sliced in half. So when we were what was I gonna say? So blank. Anyway, so the reason I got the Super Pocket was because there is a couple of Duke Nukem games and like collection games for the thing, and like one of them contains like remastered versions of like the first two games, and I think the first one's like the only one I actually haven't really played before.
So yeah, all the discs are like elves, pieces of story, crystals, yeah, bestiaries.
VC what?
Alright.
Alright.
Why does Zero dab whenever he dashes? Dab.
'Cause he's cool. Shadow also dabbed in Sonic Heroes when you do certain moves. I wonder when like dabbing was actually. I know it got big in sometime in the 2010s, but like, when did it like? When was it like? I wonder what the origin of it was. Like, I wonder if it just started in 2010s, or if it if it actually, or if it like started way earlier and then.
So yeah, you get like body chips that are elements now. And it's kind of cool because now the elements change your whole look.
Yeah.
Which I like.
You burn the glass.
And I like the music in this area too.
He's orange right now. The fire's orange.
Yeah, I could have beat this without the darn flame earlier, but like I was originally gonna do, but it's just so much nicer when I can just burn everything away.
You boing it.
There's like little secret areas you can get to and whatnot.
Yeah. But they're not so secret when you know about them.
Like that.
All that right there, I get it. Do-do-do,
The graduation music starts playing for some reason.
do, like GBA version of it.
And, or a really cool Mega Man guitar version.
Yeah.
Now that would be pretty sick.
That's not mariachi.
It's just like you said, bring on the mariachi, but it's death metal. That's not mariachi.
Jonathan
Imagine if
Tronathan.
Jonathan Tronathan had kids.
Oh Lord.
That would be something.
Little Jontrons. Little half British
I don't know
people.
how Charlotte would handle it.
Yeah. Well, if I say like little half Brits.
Brits. Dadgummit, Daniel.
Well, you're not gonna go that way.
I think they both go the same way, but I always like to try to gather stuff on both sides.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there's this door.
The door. Mushrooms.
Bortles.
Bortles.
Yeah, see, I always like to.
Mushrooms.
The more data discs you gather, the more L's you get, and the more cool stuff you can get.
Well, you know what else you get? Data disk and others.
I think this. I can't remember if this is the zero. It's either this one or the fourth one has like a body where when you get hit, you don't get knocked back.
Huh.
It's one of the nicer ones.
Yeah. Well, that is nice.
And when it's time for 04, I've got to do a little planning ahead because there's certain 04 is a crafting system, and I'm trying to remember the most efficient way to get some of the items I need to make the best build. Oh yeah,
Mama,
freaking
Mama,
elves, Kreia and Freya.
Man, the Japanese, I just love to have these kids in these really creepy roles, or these kid-sounding creatures, and big roles of like.
Why do so many Japanese shows have them in school?
Why are there so many Japanese anime where like school children just get brutally murdered?
Yeah.
Well, I mean like high school, but still, that's just like. But it's just like. It's like you look at a lot of these animes, or like even some of the live action stuff. You'll have these schoolgirls and school, just like, doing our thing, big creatures comes and kills them, or like some force or something slices them in half or something. It's just like, why, really?
It'd be like AVGN. Is this necessary?
Yeah, is this necessary?
Yeah, but like in like the kind of higher pitched voice he had when he was doing the Intellivision video.
Yeah.
This isn't the boss. Oh, yeah, this is the one time I need a shield.
The one time.
It was real, and it was fun, and dare I say it was real fun.
Oh, man. Gosh, I know I keep talking about Oni Plays now, but like when Oni Plays, they were playing Sonic Superstars and talking about music or something, and Chris just randomly says like, well, it matches Sonic's autism or something like that.
Well,
it just always has those autism jokes.
That's the problem, dude, for didn't grow up with you.
Do what?
So that's the problem, dude, for didn't grow up with you.
Let's see, it was like, and I'm allowed to have a crush on her because I grew up with her. But she didn't grow up with you though, Chris, that's the problem. That was so funny.
I've never seen that guy. Is he fat? Because he sounds like he is.
What, Zach?
Yeah.
The one who... that's the one I showed you. He looked like a friend of ours, and...
the one who talks like this.
Yeah. He does not... His looks do not match with his voice.
These guys coming out of the... the side there makes me think of those enemies from Crash 3.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do I want to... Oh! Yes, I want that.
Do you, though?
Oh, upgrade to satellite. Okay, plus on the shield. I don't want that. I don't want them in satellite. But I do want to go faster up ladders. So yeah, let's speed up our ladder.
That's the guy who talks like that. Look, that's just his voice.
He doesn't sound like that at all. Or
yeah.
he doesn't look like he sounds like that.
Yeah, I know.
I forgot. You get some really cool freaking elves in this one. Like one of them just speeds up weapon charge time.
Well.
I'm not complaining. Which I'm not complaining about.
Are you gonna complain about it?
Yeah.
It's just, why is it here?
It didn't go up with you, Red. That's the problem.
But remember to go to Dubai. It's I think it's the only country that is a skyscraper.
Yeah, Dubai. Dubai is the only country.
Dubai.
It's the only country that is a skyscraper.
So it's a Judge Dredd type thing. I've seen bits and pieces of that movie from like 2012, Dredd.
Dredd, it's good.
It's like we won't make Dredd 2.
It's very much a guy movie.
Well, that's why they never made a sequel. They were just like, no, can't have guy movies anymore. As it got later years, it's just like, Hollywood just got a lot stupider, or was more open about their stupidity. I don't know.
Millennials with savior complexes got into the writing rooms.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and like millennial activists.
Complexes of some millennials baffles me.
Yeah, millennial activists like came in and that's all they know how to do is do their bullcrap activism stuff. So like they don't know how to write, they just know how to do that, and they get people to add in cool explosions just to distract people from how bad the writing is.
I mean, I do like a good cool explosion.
Well, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a good, cool explosion.
Yeah.
Who are you? You smell like mama. That's a little weird.
That's why?
You smell like us. Chica chica.
Chica 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 chica.
Multicultural.
I'm a chicky to banana, and I'm here to say I want to have fun in a major way. Pick me up, throw me on the floor, and watch your teacher go sliding out the door.
What?
There's like these. So I got that from the Grumps. Faker. I think you're the faker around here.
Chica chica. Shut up, you baby elves. If you don't want to get chopped up, go into that room.
Okay.
Wah. Wah.
Wah. Ah. Those two belong to the. Aren't they silly? Anyway, I'm here to kill you.
Yeah, I gotta deal with this guy.
He's a weird-looking praying mantis.
Scyther, but like the Mega Man interpretation.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, he's got the wah!
Yeah. But yeah, I got that from the Grumps, and like Danny was singing it, and Aaron's like, "Was that the song?"
Frick!
He's like, "Was that the song?" And he's like, "It was something we used to sing in prison." And so, but I looked it up, and like, apparently they come from like commercials. I think.
What do?
The Chicky to banana thing. I mean, that's a banana thing. That's a real thing. It's still around today. But like, it's like I'm a chicky banana, something banana. Yeah, that. And I'm here to say, and it's just like, but it's like about the product and stuff. It was like old commercials.
Oh wait, Chiquita banana?
Chiquita banana. I'm a Chiquita
banana.
I'm a Chiquita banana, and I'm here to say. But like,
I think he destroyed one of his claws. Chiquita, or Chica Chica. Even if you defeat me here, my associates will cut the old chains that bind the world and build a new order. Lord Weil!
Lord Weil. I'm just kind of having fun with like the mic here, and I'm sure it's gonna be like whenever people hear it, it's just like we'll be like, "Oh, dude, stop!" But you know.
Stop it.
Stop. Who are you, mister? What about all those things where it's just like where you have like exactly. So what about those things where they have like you know, you have the sidekick enemy minion guy who's like, you know, whenever the person says something and they're like, yeah, and then they repeat what they say at the end there, you know. You notice how many of those there were?
What?
Where it's just like, I'm going to destroy you. That's right, he's going to destroy you, you know. Yeah, he's going to destroy you, know, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's gonna destroy you.
Yeah.
He'll rip you up. He'll tear you apart. He'll smash you into like, and it's, you know, the 7 dwarves of telling you what's about to happen before you just murder them.
Well, not just that, but I mean, like, the one who just repeats, but, like, and sometimes the person will be like, would you stop repeating me, or getting mad at them for repeating, you know, that kind of thing.
Okay, now what body chip did I get?
Oh,
yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, this one ignores crumbling terrain.
huh.
Alright, you got a head chip.
It makes you lighter than air. It makes, or maybe it makes you lighter than hair.
Let's see.
But what's heavier, air or hair?
Alright, you just kind of go through. It's always good if you get discs, you go to that room to filter through them, see what's available, see what you can create.
Available.
You increase lives by 3, don't necessarily... Or wait, I think that may be every time? Okay. Oh, right, this is handy. So, if you get 500 with her, you get to make it where when you hit spikes, it doesn't auto-kill you.
Huh.
So I'm going to save up for that.
Save up for that.
Is there anything like fusion that's good, though? Okay, alright. Oh, slash at bullets to stop them.
Sylvester. Oh man, it was kind of sad to hear that the I Go Meow Cat passed away.
I literally had never even heard of that until you said something about it.
Oh yeah, well I think people
Hey,
only.
it's my favorite room.
I think people mainly just knew it. Like I think it actually just came out like a month or two ago. And it was like this YouTuber. Well, what you kind of know about is like this YouTuber who makes like music out of like cat meows and stuff. Kind of goes to a beat. Sometimes cover or sometimes parodies of songs, and sometimes it's just like, like there's one where it's like, sometimes I'm alone. It's like the cat's going, But it'd be funny if we could get Sylvester to do something and like he would make a song out of what Sylvester.
Right. There are occasional in-game references to stuff that happened in Mega Man 01, including there are even some returning bosses from 01 in this game.
I forgot.
For reasons I don't really know why.
Let me take a guess. I mean, I've only played through Mega Man 04 once, and like I played only through the first and third one 2 times. Let me guess that 2 is probably the most different out of all of these in terms of like who all shows up and stuff, right?
No, actually that's 4.
Oh yeah.
4 is actually in many ways pretty different from the others.
Yeah.
Even the story approach, which I like what they did with the story in 4. I actually think it's pretty good.
But hey, there's a reason we don't have Mega Man 05.
Oh, why? Because they went on to do ones on the DS and they weren't that great.
Well, that too, but I mean, you'll see when we get to 4.
I really don't like what they did with ZX.
Well, made it a Metroidvania.
Yeah. But not a good Metroidvania. It didn't have a map.
It didn't have a map?
Metroidvania's got a map.
Yeah. You would have thought with the touchscreen they would have had a map.
Yeah. The map is very... I mean, there's a sort of map, but it's very confusingly laid out.
Yeah. I've heard other people say they weren't really the biggest fans of those games. But I mean,
don't get me wrong, I beat the first one. I didn't like it. And I tried to play ZX Advent, but it just...
That was... Okay, I was about to say it was the first E10 rated Mega Man game, but that was... in terms of being an original game, that was the first E10 rated one. But in terms of like... In terms of being the first E10 rated Mega Man game was Maverick Hunter X on PSP. Which I feel like that game should get some sort of re-release. I know it's just the remake of the first one, but that was a decent.
I wish they had done the Maverick Hunter X thing to X's 2 and 3. I thought that Maverick Hunter. Oh, come on!
I feel like what would have been cool is if they probably didn't have the budget for it, or maybe the PSP didn't really have the space for it. But it'd be nice if they had like that, but like for the first 3 Mega Man Zeros, or maybe or Mega Man Zeros, the Mega Man X games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. X is 2 and 3.
I mean, like in one package.
Oh yeah.
They probably wouldn't have had room though. And I'd say it would have been a little too repetitive if they had just keep releasing remakes of the games. But
okay, I don't have it here, but there is a foot chip you can get where
Dan Schneider, you listening?
Wow. Oh, come on. That's freaking retarded. There are times... See, the problem is, with this game, I've played it over and over on like subsequent playthroughs when I have all the body chips and stuff.
Yeah.
And I forget that I can't jump into spikes.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you have the body chip, it's not really a problem.
Yeah.
But your first time through, it's a problem.
Yeah. I do like how
hurry up.
Yeah. I do like how in Mega Man, the Mega Man X Legacy Collection, how they included the Day of Sigma.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, because that was originally only in the Maverick Hunter X after you beat the game once.
Which I did do.
Yeah.
Maverick Hunter X, honestly, Yeah, it was really good, and like I said, they definitely should have done that with X's 2 and 3.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you get Mega Man powered up with the remake of the first game?
Holy balls!
They ruined it with the chibi.
Yeah, some people that know my style when it comes to games know I have a really strong hatred of chibi art. I don't like it in any context.
Yeah.
Especially not with something like, Mega Man.
Which is a shame because there's actually like a level creator or level editor or something in the game. Which
honestly, you take okay, if you have chibi art with something meant for little kids, like little girls or something, okay, that's fine. I'm not watching that kind of content, so chibi art a little more understandable.
Yeah.
But it's the chibi crap. Okay, it's the chibi crap on stuff like Mega Man meant for boys.
Yeah.
No. Anyone else can watch it. Yeah, but
anyone.
I don't know if I've ever met a girl that's a fan of Mega Man. I'm not saying they don't exist, because I know they do. I just have not met them. I will only speak from my own experience. Girls just tend not to go for Mega Man.
There is all kinds of people that like Sonic, so I can't really say that.
Sonic is meant for boys and not girls.
Not goals.
Goils.
Zero. Stop it.
Yeah, there's the good side of the Dark Elf and the bad side. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'll be honest, it's a little confusing.
It's a Japanese-made thing. Of course, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I wonder if the Japanese just pretend that they know what the creators there are talking about. It's yeah, I can relate. What are these guys? Yeah.
Sorry, let me be a Western show. What the F is he effing talking about?
Oh yeah, unnecessary.
Just absurd amounts of cursing.
Yeah. So I learned that apparently, I knew about the recording thing because they didn't know what Shadow the Hedgehog was going to be rated yet. Mm-hmm. So they had Jason Griffith, the guy who voiced Sonic and Shadow at the time. Mm-hmm. In Sonic X, but he was preparing for the first game they were going to do, which was I can't remember if the actual first game was. Well, it was actually at the same time, but it was Sonic Rush and Shadow the Hedgehog. They came out the same day, same year and everything. So there's a recording. There's some recordings of Jason Griffith basically saying a bunch of swear words in Shadow's voice, including the F-bomb. And it's just
what, did they think that they were actually going to get to do that?
I mean, I guess they didn't really know at the time, but I didn't never think that they were going to have an M-rated game. That right there would be unfitting for Sonic or even Shadow.
But it's peak autism.
Well, it is, but now I do think a T-rated game could work for Shadow, or Knuckles and Silver. But not for Sonic or Tails or Amy or whoever else could actually get a spin-off.
The Amy game and the music is.
They would essentially just need to copy what the Princess Peach game did, I guess, or just have some kind of hammer-related
Sonic
thing.
Cross Mario Princess. I don't know.
Princess Battle. I don't know.
Princess Royale. It's just a game. There's nothing but a bunch of game princesses fighting it out.
Yes, and Sonic and Mario have to
if you look closely, the crowd is just a bunch of the male characters going ooh, cat fight.
Yeah. Well, I remember. I think that
frick. Okay.
Imagine an RPG of Mario and Sonic characters. Some people do. So I remember hearing this video, this guy talking about like if there was a true Mario and Sonic crossover, not the Olympic Games.
Dadgummit. So close.
Anyway, and I remember him talking about how, like, what if there was a, like, he says that, you know, it definitely should not have been a Olympic Games thing. It should have been, like, a proper game. And he was pointing out that a lot of people say maybe a proper platformer, but he says, like, maybe an RPG, because the platformer, I guess just...
You're kidding me. Why is this happening to me?
This is
underwater rabbit.
This is minorly inconvenient.
Yeah, as he blows up.
Yeah. He's gonna come back later. Well, we know that. I mean, it's predictable. It's a Mega Man game. Of course he's gonna come back later.
I don't remember if there are any Mega Man games that don't have boss rushes. Like, maybe Mega Man 1 didn't have a boss rush?
You're talking about, like...
I think every Mega Man game has had a boss rush.
Well, it has Legends?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, like some of those spin-offs, I guess, didn't have boss rushes, but... do the Battle Network games have boss rushes?
Sort of. Okay, it's weird. It's not so much they have rushes, it's more like...
They just have rush in them.
Well, you battle them again, not all of them, but many of them. Since Battle Network's set up so differently, I'm not sure if it could be counted in the same way.
Yeah. What you love is Star Force.
Like, okay. Battle Network. Let me think here.
That's where you battle the network.
I don't remember if 1 had a proper boss rush. I know that 2 had somewhat of a boss rush. 3, the way it had a boss rush, but it was done weirder. How, like, you know, X1 had a weird boss rush where it was like a boss or two during a level, and then you get the next level, and there's another boss or two in the Wily stages, or the Sigma stages.
Yeah.
And then the Battle Network 3, it was kind of like that, where you would, like, you had these different machines, and you fight a couple bosses, then you go do the next area, fight a couple bosses.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the X style of fighting the later X game style, where they're just all in a big room and you just kind of go back and forth.
Yeah. No, yeah. But I'm sure what you're really dying for them to re-release, and so you can play on this channel, is Star Force, you know. So wasn't it like they kind of removed, or that?
Honestly, I haven't touched Star Force in so long, I can't remember.
Didn't you say like they
I don't even know how it got to 3.
But didn't you say that like it was like Battle Network, but they like removed a few things and changed?
I think so. Again, it's been so long, I really can't remember.
Because I remember the battle system was like more of a third-person type thing, but you move them between squares and stuff.
Yeah, I'd have to see it again, which honestly, those games are kind of rare, so I don't expect to play it anytime soon.
Yeah. I remember seeing, like, and being a little surprised that, like, whenever, like, Star Force 3 came out as an E-rated game, but it had, like, said mild language on it. Which, I mean, there are E-rated games that have language, but, like, a little bit, but it's just kind of weird to see. What were those things bouncing around in there?
Mice?
Oh, mice.
Oh, like the coming out of the holes?
Yeah, like gray,
they're mice.
blobby stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
blobby stuff? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
That actually, oh yeah, you can do this.
You could use AB's hammer. So there was a Sonic and Mega Man crossover comics, you know, like the Archie back when it was like the Archie comics. There were those. That was like one of the last like Archie comic Sonic things. But before IDW took over.
It's funny how Archie handled the story of Sonic better than the games did.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, like, Ken Penders made some things a little weird, but yeah, that blobby stuff right there, like, is that...
I think it's like chunks of dying Maverick and Reploid, essentially.
Oh, cool. But yeah, like, Ken Penders a lot of people hate him because he. I mean, I know it was his creations, but he was making them for Sega and all that. And the only reason he got his characters that non Sega made Sonic characters was because Archie was terrible at keeping up with the papers and all that, and copyright stuff. So he was able, if they were more competent in handling that, they would have got to keep their characters. But because Ken Penders is a weird guy from what I've heard. And also he tries to make stuff with the characters he has that he has the rights to now. Obviously he's trying to unsonifies them, but I mean, you look back at some of those comics, whenever he was getting heavily involved, his arts. I think it was him. His art style, just really weird looking for Sonic.
When did he get involved?
I think in either the late '90s or the early 2000s or something.
So he wasn't there for
Well, I mean, I can't remember exactly when he came in, but when he was more in charge of things or just more involved. It just started looking really weird. When you look back at it, a lot of the characters just really you look at it after being so used to seeing the games and the game designs, and it's just wow. I remember our first comic was the number 250 something or something close to that. Well, or 170, I can't remember. But
what, the ones who got the comic shop with Shadow in the front?
Yeah.
It's 124 or something.
124, yeah. Well, maybe not. Okay, yeah, not 200 something, but it was 124. It was Shadow and Sonic on the front. It was pretty cool. I remember we went there because we wanted to we were told that they had some action figures of Sonic there.
Which I don't think they did, but they had the comics.
Well, no, they didn't, but they did have, but we got the comics.
And we got to deal with the angry comic shop owner that's probably died because the comic shop is not there anymore.
Well, yeah, I don't know if the guys died, but the comic shop sure died. Well, of course, he was kind of old anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, he was with those fat old unmarried comic shop owners that yelled at his mom, who also worked with him.
Yeah. And I think his voice was kind of loud naturally anyway, but still. But I remember he was
if he'd been a lot nicer, he might have got more business.
Yeah. I just remember
Clinton's Cards, Comics, and Collectibles.
Yeah, and I remember he was when he was talking to a friend of ours, to Nathan. He's been on this channel, so I can say his name. To Nathan, him and his mom or something. His mom said something, and the guy's I don't know what he was saying, Breaker Blocks or something like that. He's I think they call them Breaker Blocks. That's the way Nathan imitates him. And then, we were there one time, we were just kind of afterwards. He was are you aware of the tickets, sir?
The tickets?
It was something ticket some kind. Yeah, I remember when I went in there, I was just I think at one point I was not going to get a comic, but I was told that he gets angry whenever you don't buy something. I was well, I'm in here. Or if I do something and I try to put it back or something I can't remember exactly how it is, or if I don't put it back properly.
I will say he knew how to make very effective commercials.
Yeah, it was a local commercial that was just really. I wish we could find it. I mean, obviously it'd probably be hard because it's a local commercial that but not in a big area.
Yeah. 457K ARD.
Yeah,
it's definitely a really good number to get.
Yeah. But yeah, he was but they had a repeat of the kids walking in.
No matter what, trying to defy Lord Wild, what dismal behavior.
Key. I'm really sad. This shirt has a small hole in it. I know it's gonna get bigger at some point. I've had this shirt since we went to Florida back in 2009.
Jeez, really?
Well, I mean, I got it from Florida's my app shirt. It says
NISA.
Yeah, NISA. It says what part of, and it has all this rocket science stuff, and it says, did you not understand? And it says Kennedy Space Center. That was a pretty cool trip to go to Kennedy Space Center.
Yeah.
We actually got to see Apparently, I remember they told us that a rocket was actually a lot closer earlier, but we got there a bit late, but we were able to see it from like at a
We
really
didn't
long
get to watch
distance.
the rocket launch.
We didn't see a launch, no, but like,
Right, we're gonna see.
why is he making like a really goofy looking face?
Master X, do you still trust that man Wild?
His management did not follow official channels just because what he did resulted in terrible calamity. Does that not mean just benching him was justified? He has returned to New Arcadia in a legal manner. What reason is there to drive him out? Don't worry, feel free to have some grapes. He learned many things from his mistakes of the past. He'll do things right this time.
But will he though?
Thank you, Master X. I, Dr. Wild, shall never repeat my past mistakes. Never again, yes.
Hee.
Still, to gossip about me behind my back. My, how the almighty 4 guardians have fallen. 3 actually. Well, yes, but what, Wild?
What
What a
rile?
delayed reaction, Harpuya.
What?
Master X. The Dark Elf has appeared in Neo Arcadia. Area Z-3079. It's the farthest area from here, a human residential district.
You never hear this part of the music
We're
because we're
still
so.
undergoing maintenance, but if we hurry things on a bit. Harpuya, how long do you plan to act like you're in charge? Letting the resistance get away with countless uprisings, even letting the Dark Elf escape. I'm tired of useless people like you. The 4 guardians are gonna be stepped down or something.
But Master
Dr. Weil, I'm entrusting you with the leadership of our armies. Will you accept? Yes, sir. I will capture the Dark Elf without fail. Before she falls into the hands of the Resistance and becomes a threat to this world.
I've got a triangular head helmet.
I'm trying to have him sound like a 50s confident guy in a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, it's just like that's all, folks. That's all, folks. Well, that when Cosmo did it at the end of Channel Chasers on my Parents, it was like, where he's like,
Zero, I'm not sure about this. I believe in you. I think this is where you have to go stop a missile.
a missile. I'd say we should probably end this session after you get to the part where you can go to the other 4 bosses.
Yes.
That'll be the end of the session.
Mission.
Mission start.
Mission start is starting the mission.
Starting. E-crystals.
E-crystals?
Let's see. You won't slide
see
back from
crystals this year.
hits. Well, that would be handy.
Gamble.
Okay.
Gumball. Gumball.
What about how there's a Cards Against Humanity card that just says butt stuff? Cards Against Humanity card, like... That I have moral problems with the game, but man, there are some hilarious cards. Oh yeah, see now I can't die by spikes. So that's cool.
No, you can't doy boy them.
I mean, you know, again, one of my all-time favorites is always a bass drop so deep that it tears the starry vault asunder to reveal the face of God.
Oh. It's a moving floor. It's a moving floor.
You're like Florida.
Florida. Moving floor in Florida. Get some oranges and some crayons with some orange colored
While
crayons.
you're reading some poems.
While you're reading some poems. I remember we used to have a substitute teacher at like elementary school that had like that would say stuff like crayons and stuff like that.
She must have been one of those filthy northerners.
Could have been.
Silence, Yank!
Let's see here. So anyway, about Evercade again. Maybe at some point maybe because they have a Capcom thing, they'll have like some Mega Man games on.
They need to re-release that game, that fighting game that had Zero as one of the characters in it, but not like the Power Fighter. I mean, the Power Fighter.
Oh yeah.
There was one that had this Zero in it. I just can't remember which game it was.
I know it was a PS2 game. Used to have it. Wasn't it like Smash Bros. Like or something?
No, not that one either. That one had, I think it had Zero and Mega Man EXE. You're thinking of Onimusha Blade Warriors.
Oh, are you talking about the SNK versus Capcom or Capcom versus SNK or something?
That one.
Yeah. I remember I've seen it. I saw it a lot of times. I just didn't know, But I just never got it. It was on the Wii or something. So. Speaking of,
Zero just jumps on a missile.
Yeah.
Kind of awkwardly.
Yeah. So speaking of Evercade and Mega Man Power Fighters, though, they're releasing a new, kind of looks like an arcade machine, like a little arcade machine, and it has like there's like a couple editions. There's like a There's a
gay.
What am I trying to think of? There's a Evercade. There's like a version that has like Street Fighter games on it, and then there's a version that has the Power Fighter games on it, plus a few other types of games. But I mean, you can get the Power Fighter games on this thing called the Capcom like arcade something cabinet thing. I can't remember what it's called, but like it's on the Switch and PS4 and stuff like that. And it had an Xbox, and it has it's like the Volume 2 or something like that, or the second.
I'm not too terribly worried about getting my hands on the Power Fighters because I do still have the original Anniversary Collection from the GameCube.
Yeah. Do you have them unlocked?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
I think I still do.
I remember getting that, and then like, because I was thinking that was like one of the only ways to play it at home. And then it's like after I make a video on it, that's like a Danny's review show video on it. That's when I look it up and I find out that, or unless I included it, I can't remember, but like, I look it up and like, oh, it's also on, it may have been like after I recorded them, is when I realized that like they're also on, that collection. Which you can actually, that's one of those things where like, it's a free download, but you have to pay for like a bundle. If you want to get all the games, you have to pay for a bundle, but you can buy the games separately. So if you don't want all those games, you can say you just want a couple of games out of the pack, then you can just buy it. You can just get that, download that collection, and then buy the games you want separately. So I just got the Mega Man Power Fighters games, so I'm playing them on my Switch now. Which I think the first one didn't really have any Mega Man games on it, the first collection, but like the second one does.
I wouldn't mind trying Onimusha Blade Warriors again, or what I would like to get is I would like to see someone do an English port of that Mega Man Battle Network Wonder Swan game, because it was a platformer kind of like Mega Man Network Transmission.
Yeah.
Which I still need to play, but I remember Network Transmission being really hard.
Let's try Spartacus. I almost forgot he was in here. Blade Warriors, that's right.
Yeah, Onimusha Blade Warriors. Yeah, that was like a... I don't want to say Smash Brothers because it's not that crazy, but yeah, it's like a left and right.
Yeah, there's Zero and Mega Man.
Yeah. I need to get that. I wouldn't mind getting that again sometime.
I think I may have seen it at one of the places we go to, but
it probably is. I think I've seen it there a couple times. It's not a high priority for me.
It's the highest priority for you, isn't it? You have to get it now, or you feel like you'll die.
Something I feel like I will. I know I will.
Yeah, it took me a lot.
Let's see if I can get that life there. Nope, I can't.
So it took me many years to just connect the fact that like the common enemies there, the blue ones, kind of look like Mega Man X. Have like a semi-resemblance to him.
Right.
Baby elves, slice him in half. Red Dead
The
Redemption.
nasty Reploid. Omega will rescue Mama. Don't. Never mind. I don't even know what to say anymore.
No.
Oh yeah, you have to hit them, but like they don't give a very strong like damage indicator.
You know, I always felt very like
I don't think it's when you kill them. You get to kill them later.
it always felt very irritating whenever they'd have like these bosses or like strong characters with like the most annoying kid-sounding voices,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's infuriating because then
There we go. What a horrible thing. Ow, that hurt.
and then you have like these cartoons that are like.
We've lost, but the missile will land soon. Our mission is a success.
Yeah, you have these. Go. Anyway.
Yeah, humans die.
Oh, cool. I forgot about that. But anyway,
Let's see.
oh, you got a D. You got level D though, but that D's for like delightful,
I'm a
I guess.
Godspeed Edge Man.
Well, I was gonna say the D's probably for like delightful, I guess. Whoa. Oh, did everyone get an owie?
Doesn't hurt if you're dead.
Oh.
Yeah, see, this is the other part. The Mother Elf was in like 2 parts.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's super, that guy.
It's the golden version, which you mean
The rare
which
toy you gotta
means that they're
find.
Strong. Can you beat up that fake Reploid for us? Oh, frick you.
Hug me. Oh.
Yeah, Harpoya is like, nope, I'm here to fight for the humans.
Oh no! How many times is he gonna get damaged and hurt?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, he's not in 04,
Oh yeah, that's right.
but he's alive.
Live.
Yeah, he takes Harpoya to the base, too.
Harakiri.
Harry Carry.
That's how they said it on Green Acres.
I know. Oh, that's a term. It's just, it sounds dumb.
Yeah.
Harry Carry. Then at least let's save our data. Okay, thank you, Zero.
At the very least.
At the absolute bare minimum. Can you hear me, members of the Resistance Base and Dr. CL?
Dr. Seal?
Copy X.
Copy
We have custody of the Dark Elf, but let us put a stop to this foolish conflict. We ask that you surrender to us. Hand over the new energy you Hand over the new energy you invented, the CL system. If you do this, I guarantee the safety of you mavericks. As a result of our analysis of the CL system, information you so kindly sent to us, we have determined that by combining it with the Dark Elf, it may be possible to generate enormous amounts of energy. This would solve the energy crisis in one fell swoop. There would be no reason for us to fight, no longer a reason for us to fight. CL, as a single answer from you to bring peace to the world. Alright, CL, you're like 15. Make an important decision for literally the whole world. I just can't.
Trust you.
Yep. Well, what's that? You're prepared to sacrifice humans to obtain the Dark Elf. I cannot trust you after seeing that.
Well, not like you have the system that's named after me. It's my pride and joy.
Is it your answer? fine. You've had a monopoly on energy resources, and Zero, a rebel with terrifying fighting skills. Yeah, MOPGX is basically just trying to guilt them. You're nothing more than filthy extremists. CL, I was holding back until now because you were there, a human. Now you can face the consequences along with your maverick friends.
Zero Eye.
Oh yeah, you have to start fighting people trying to attack the base.
Okay. I want to.
Well, I'm
after
gonna.
this, you guys.
I'm gonna reread. I'm gonna read all my discs.
No. You read like a book?
I know readings for faggots, according to. Was it Idiocracy? I think.
Yeah.
It's a funny movie. And Mike Judge made it.
Oh yeah. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I'll just read.
It's a movie where, like, his theory is that the people that are really, really smart and will produce smart children just aren't having children, and all the really dumb people are having a ton of children, so eventually, in the future, everyone will be stupid.
Oh.
So it's kind of like a dystopia where everyone's too dumb to know how to use anything, because all the scientists that knew how to use it are dead. And, like, they elect wrestlers as president and stuff.
Good lord. So, alright, well, thank you for watching, folks, and we'll see how this whole mic thing turned out. You'll hear how this whole mic thing turned out.
Or you won't hear.
But I got it. I see it right here.
Actually, let's check the E-crystals one more time.
E-crystals.
Double my vitality.
Wow.
I could use that. Oh gosh, I'm gonna need the 700. Yeesh.
Golly gee willikers. So anyway, thanks for watching, folks.
Let me save it real quick again. Oh, because I... Okay, now we're good.
Alright, but until next time, Andrew has to say...
Feel free to have some grapes.